Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to the first stage of the KWAK O-tour Pilsen series. These series were held in the same areas as the Junior World Championship, so we were lucky to be there and to, encourage the young racers. But let's get to my race. I'm racing in H45 category, and this was the first day and the short track, probably to warm us up a little bit. Here to control number 1, I decided that I will follow this path, and on the map there is very faint and very, it's not very distinguished, but there is a small clearing next to this path. So I decided to go to this clearing and then from that clearing basically take 90 degrees and head to the control. I think I was also a little bit fortunate because I saw some runners in that area, and apparently that guy was running towards the same control as I did. Here I noticed that I'm going slightly up, and it was also visible in the contours. So even though this looked like the clearing, I thought, okay, but my clearing is somewhat on a flat surface, not like here. So I didn't panicked, and now I saw the clearing in front of me, and I think you can see that guy as well. So I started heading towards the direction same as that guy, basically. So yes, it was a bit easy for me here at the beginning, but he kind of vanished in this young forest, so I lost him here. And to control number 2, well, I took a bearing, but basically I thought, well, I will follow somewhat the stream, or at least the contours, and then I should get to control number 2. Here this was some kind of marsh, and I didn't want to get my shoes dirty and wet, so I decided to go around this like a curvature of, like a bend of that of the terrain, and that basically led me straight to control number 2. So that was I think a good approach. Well, to control number 3, I was like, okay, there is no other choice than just go straight up. So I just took a bearing and went straight up to uphill. You may have noticed that there was somebody else. So when I started climbing up, I still had him in front of me. So again, it was kind of easy for me because I could have I did follow him, but for me it was more like reassurance that I'm going the right direction. And as you can see, the forest is not very dense, but still it's not very runnable. You know, with all those branches and fallen trees, I was mostly walking, I would say. So that guy basically guided me to control number 3. Now to control number 4, if I'm not mistaken, I decided to go up basically and get to that vehicle road, and then I was then I thought I will decide what's next after that. Initially I was thinking going straight up through that kind of a valley, but when I reached the road, I was like, nah, it will be easier if I go around along the roads. And for me it was definitely easier, once from the navigation point of view, and second, it was definitely easier for me to run faster. I wouldn't be that fast if I would run through the forest. Here I had probably a little bit more strength, and I overtook this guy. So next here I continued through this narrow ride basically, and I was focusing on going to that fence, to that fenced square. So, and from that I wanted to, somewhat guess the direction and hit that stone, hit that, or attack the control. So here I am, almost at the attack point. Now obviously it was a little bit tricky to see through all these trees and branches, but now I saw the control somewhere here, because I was I knew that I have to go a little bit more to the left, and then I saw the control here behind these trees. So I had no issue to control number 4, and I think I executed quite well. When I saw all this green and stuff on the map to control number 5, I was a little bit worried that I will get lost. But I remember that I didn't panic, and I said to myself, okay, so let's first get to the fence and then follow the fence a little bit and try to get, good direction from that fence. And then you will be able to get to some more, open area where you will see a little bit more further, and from there you might get to the control easier. So here honestly I wasn't 100% sure where am I, so I just picked some kind of direction towards the control, and somewhere around here I noticed this like a significant tree, and I also saw these other runners, so I kind of went in that direction. It was like, reassuring that the control must be somewhere near here. I was a little bit surprised that it is this one, but maybe it was just because I didn't properly estimated the distance that I traveled. To control number 6, again, this was somewhat easy, let's say, because the control is basically on a top of a hill, so I was heading towards that hill, and then there is also a clearing, so you clearly see where the control can be. And I also noticed that, or it seemed to me that the control will be like behind the top, so I decided to go from the right side. It seemed to me like more approachable from here. So I should be near the control soon. I was expecting it like around the corner, let's say. It was a steep hill, so for me that was not possible to run. And here is some guy leaving the control, so that was again reassuring that the control must be somewhere here. And sure, it was here. No surprises. Now to control number 7. Basically, when I saw the contours, I was like, okay, so the control is on this ridge, so on top of it. So I just my thought was just follow the top of this mountain or of this hill, follow this ridge, and then you should be good, and you should get to that control number 7. I had a discussion with one of my colleagues, and he said that he ran a little bit to the left and around this stone or a rocky part. That was probably faster because less obstacles in your way, but I wasn't thinking this way. For me it was important to follow the path. I was expecting the control already somewhere here, to be honest, but because I didn't saw it there, I was just going straight or followed it there. And so I got there fine. Again, there was somebody going into the direction of my control 8, but I was more focused on myself, on taking the proper bearing here. So I just follow the compass, let's say. You can see the small plateaus on my left, but I guess they were too far. I didn't get to them. Here I am entering this like more dense forest, and I started to like hesitate, maybe to be more cautious. So but I soon after I saw the control, so that was easy. Now to control number 8. First I went according to my bearing. I wasn't really thinking. I didn't have any strategy at first, I guess. So at this point I'm probably still deciding which way to go. I was still in this forest that was not easily runnable, but when I was getting here at this point I noticed that I'm at the edge of the forest and that it would be easier to go around all this non-runnable forest. So that's what I did, and from here it was let's say kind of easy, because you had this clear point, or like a landmark, let's say, from where you can pinpoint the direction which way you want to go. So from here I basically took a bearing. Maybe I didn't, maybe I just estimated the direction. And as you can see, there is this guy, so I was sort of following him. And this way, it was easy. And I believe that, if I would be alone and didn't have that guy in front of me, I might have had some more troubles. Here again, influenced by this guy, I chose to go from the left side of this fence. At first I was thinking that I will go from the right side, but then probably as I was influenced by him, I decided to go this way. When I discussed it with my colleagues from the club, we concluded that the path from the right side was probably a little bit faster, but from here I could clearly see where the control is. If I would go from the right side, the control was hidden behind these bushes and small trees. Now to this next control, number 11. First I wanted to get around this fence, all fenced areas, so I was more or less running towards that main vehicle road around these fences, and then you can see that there is an opening between one of those fences that leads straight to the forest, and then there is this narrow ride, so I was aiming for that. And then obviously at the edge of the forest I wanted to go a little bit to the left and hit that control, but as you will see, I didn't execute this part very well. I actually ended up at the bottom of this slope, and I missed the control by a couple meters, so I had to climb up to the control. Yes, so at this point I should have already go more to the left, and as you can see I'm headed a little bit left, but not that much. This is not enough. I'm right now I'm like 20 meters from that narrow ride, and I'm just going down, not even in that direction of the control. And I started looking for the control here, so this was small mistake, and I ended up, here at the bottom, and then there is this small plateau, and from here was the control visible. So it wasn't good, but not terrible. Now I started following this guy. I thought maybe he is going he's going to the left, and he will slowly climb and go to the control from the left side. And it turned out that this was not his intention, and actually, like, we should have gone more to the right around that greenish area all the way. This was kind of stupid and let's say slow and not very effective, So basically, I don't know when, maybe now, maybe a little bit later, we finally started, falling down, and we ended up at this small path. Maybe not, but I guess this was here. I stopped, and I still tried to go up, but I noticed that I'm losing speed, and it's not runnable here, so I went down and just followed these two guys, because now they actually gained on me. But as you can see, it was much easier to run here at this, below the slope. So yeah, that was a mistake that I did, that I let myself, influence by other runners, and it cost me some seconds, and maybe it cost me some let's say strength. Here I stopped because I wasn't sure if I'm already there or not, but then I realized I didn't cross the big path or a road, so I just continued. And I also saw these two guys who were with me on the control number 11, so I thought, yes, so I have to go on. Now we were going slightly uphill, so now I slowed down. Maybe it's still considered running, but now it was more of a fast walk. The control was on this small hill, on top of this small hill, and I basically decided to climb it somewhere around here. When I saw the hill, the other guys went probably a little bit further through this forest. I'm not sure what was best. Still, it was this kind of steep slope at the beginning, so neither of us was probably faster. To control number 13, my let's say initial thoughts were to go around these fences and in between them, let's say, that seemed like a good idea to me, so I was aiming for that. I think actually after discussion with one of my colleagues from the club, we also thought that maybe going all the way around that second fence, or basically around the hill, that would be maybe even better, because the slope there was not that high. But you know, here it didn't seem so bad, let's say. I was at this point I was still pretty fresh, and I mean feeling pretty good. Obviously not fresh, but here I'm walking because there are branches, but this was okay. I didn't go uphill, right? So around this hill, and the slope was steep just for a few meters, like 50 meters maybe. And now I was able to run again, and it seemed like here it was easy navigable area, because you have the young forest on your right side, the fence on the left side, and then you know, the control was hidden inside this young forest, but it was not that far from the edge or from the border of this forest. Maybe I was searching for it a little bit too early here, but I guess I didn't lose that much time. As you can see, the control is right here, so it was easy to find. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say here. To this control 14, well, the obvious choice is to go to this narrow ride and then through the clearing, but when I saw the clearing with this high grass, and there were probably some branches lying around, I wasn't very confident going through that area, and I decided to go around this clearing inside this, you know, normal runnable forest, just to have more visibility beneath my legs. Then I noticed this guy was going to the right. That was a little bit like confusing to me. I thought that he saw the control here, but then I noticed the control below this or below this hill on this. Yeah, it was actually a plateau. So yeah, and now to the last control, you basically do not have to solve much. You need to get to the main road or vehicle road, let's say. So I was somewhat aiming for into that direction. I wasn't going straight to the road because the forest was fairly runnable, and I think I wouldn't be much faster on the road. Here I was a little bit unsure where exactly am I. I wasn't sure if I already passed that first junction, so that's why I looked back. But I think it was like clear to me that I'm not at the control yet. And then I also noticed here this null at the junction, so that kind of reassured me, and I just continued here into the forest because the control was inside here, and then straight to the finish. You will see that there was this kind of a race between this guy, me, and the other guy from Omega Club, or what was it? Here it looks like I had some spare juice in me, and that I will finish first. But as you can see now, these two guys have beaten me into the finish. Thanks for watching. Bye.